Perspective. Perspective.
Perspective.
Swank, and you are now experiencing the Perspective Junkies podcast.
Junkies.
On the last episode, we discussed wisdom versus intelligence, and we gave our stories of how we reinvented ourselves through the wisdom that we gained. Really good episode. On this one, we're introducing our first guest. And he goes by the name of Joe Swank. We had a really fun discussion with Joe, and we kind of talked about toxicity, toxic traits that we like or dislike, or toxic trait that we possess. And it was a really juicy conversation. And we was off the wine a little bit, so we had a ton of fun. And we just hope that you enjoyed the conversation as much as we did.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are tuned in to another episode of Perspective Junkies. Perspective. I am your host, Cody, aka C Swank, aka Captain Controversy, and I'm joined by my co-host,
K. No Swank, but K knows most.
Yeah, it's your boy Vontae Swank, the voice.
This is Joe Swank, guest on today's show.
Oh, we just gonna introduce you, wait.
Yeah, something better than that. Come on.
All right.
Already.
And today we have our first guest, Joe Glizzy.
One half of the Twin Towers, man.
One half of the Twin Towers.
Joe, go ahead and give us a brief description of your personality, your social media stance.
Right.
What got you on this show?
Throw his ass in there. Fire.
I'm just a funny guy. You know what I'm saying? Real chill, real laid back, funny guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm goofy as hell. But and some say I'm a ladies' man. So
Whoa.
nah,
Killing, man.
That or people
I'm
just
just
telling
playing.
you that?
I'm just playing, man. I'm just a cool guy.
That is the word around town, dog.
Nah, I don't even do all that. Don't do that.
I did Carrollton. That is the word.
Nah, man. I'm just.
Let's not get this guy in trouble. Okay, we're going to introduce a new segment we have called Twitter Moments, where we will highlight some noteworthy tweets
We need
and
a
we'll give
sound
a brief
effect for that.
opinion about how we feel about it. So our first Twitter moment comes from, I didn't get the ad name, but this was the tweet. Millennial women are stumbling through the journey of wanting kids, but not a toxic and unbalanced relationship. I hope you perfect it so Generation Z is smooth sailing. I'm going to let you go and start that off, Joe. What's your opinion on that tweet?
I feel like, that's a lot to say. I feel like relationships are never going to be easy. You can't expect perfection. So, I just don't, I don't agree with that.
You think it's impossible to get both?
To get what? To get...
Non-toxic relationship and kids?
Well, you can get a relationship that's not toxic, but at the same time, I can't even say that. It's possible. It's possible to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I strive to do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But
I really feel like, it's like girls is trying, but are they trying that hard, really? Because I feel like it's a lot of toxic still in the air. Like, I feel like
it's a lot of toxic. Well, my thing is, what is a relationship without toxic? What is their definition?
That's what I was struggling with.
This is my main issue with this, and I said, women, y'all can give your opinion on it. What is your definition of toxic, and is it changing depending on the person and your personality, what you bring to the table? So for me, if you are a woman who gets a little loud and rowdy, I don't consider you being with a man who's loud and rowdy toxic. You just with your dude, like y'all just rocking out, having fun.
Match that.
It's toxic if you're like a gentle, quiet, like I just want to chill, and you with a Ike Turner. Now you're in a toxic relationship. The second thing is unbalanced relationship. Hell yeah, it's gonna be unbalanced. Like you can't be 100%. It's almost like a basketball team. Like somebody's gonna play point guard, someone's play center. There's no way. Like, are you taking out the trash? Are you cutting the yard? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are equal bills being paid between both of y'all? No, one person gonna pay more, one person does a little more here. So I'm like, toxic and unbalanced.
It's hard. Yeah,
it's hard. That's hard to
balance.
avoid both of those.
I think the whole tweet can be achieved without everything but the unbalanced. I think it's obviously gonna be unbalanced. Y'all gonna have 2 separate jobs and y'all gonna have 2 separate roles. And some days your role is gonna require more than the next than your significant other. So I think that tweet, I don't really agree with that tweet. I think it's very possible to avoid being toxic and having kids with someone, because our parents did it. So that's why I can't fully agree with it.
Right.
I think my dad was a little toxic.
I think my dad was a little toxic for sure.
I
think all parents. I think all parents have a level of toxicity. Like, to me, what I'm more getting to the point where I'm not fighting for people to be less toxic. I'm fighting for people to be able to deal with it more. Like, get stronger.
I feel like
deal with it. Like,
I
there's
feel like it's
something
only emphasized because we in the era of social media heavy.
It just depends on what is toxic. Like, what's your level of toxic? What do you consider toxic?
Like
he said, deal with it.
Toxic nigga.
So I'm saying some people.
Well, boom. Let me paint
Some people
this
gotta
off you.
hire-
What is something that you would say is too toxic for you? What's that line for you that this is we've gotten too toxic for me?
Too toxic. I guess it would be like you speaking like for me, like being a toxic person, or the girl being a toxic person.
What's a toxic trait from a female that you don't like? It's toxic.
And then tell us your toxic trait.
A toxic trait from a female would probably be just too. Okay, so like a toxic trait from a female for me would be that trying to match everything that you don't like that I did, or
trying to get even.
Yeah, trying to get even with every single thing. That's super toxic to me. I hate that, and that's vice versa.
Especially if you're going out your way to do it.
Yeah, that's with me too. Like, if I'm trying to get toxic, get even with everything you come on, that's
your toxic trait.
That's a toxic trait. I don't like that. Get even.
You don't like.
So you don't like your own medicine.
That's toxic. I don't do. What you mean? I wouldn't say that.
What is the toxic thing that you do though?
That I do?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. hey, look,
Make sure yourself, man.
Look, let me think. Nah, I don't even know. I think I'm perfect. I think I'm perfect.
There you go.
I would say my toxic trait would be like, I don't give a fuck, and I just kind of don't talk for the rest of the day. And I feel like I had to break out of that and start to express instead of just withhold everything. But what I don't like out of a female that's toxic, it's almost like, can we say assuming? Like a level of assuming is a toxic trait.
Over assuming. We need a little sound like
jumping to conclusions. Jumping over a mountain to conclusions.
Breathe. What you breathing so hard for? What you tired from? What you just did?
Right. And the thing with jumping with assumptions, I know girls, they love this because they're going to be right 20% of the time, but 80% of the time you just ruin the fucking vibe. You just ruin the vibe, and you know you're not right. And now when you're not right, I'm on your head.
Killing moves.
Oh, you gotta be on their head when they not right.
Because occasionally you're gonna be wrong with bar. Yeah.
Has a girl ever got mad at you?
Huh?
You trying to surprise them? You trying to surprise them? What you doing this for? What you doing that for? Like, it's really supposed to be your birthday, your anniversary surprise, and they like, oh, okay. You don't even want to do it no more, bro.
Occasionally.
I hate that.
What's your toxic trait?
The toxic thing I don't like that girls do is just too much shit talking. Like I talk trash, but I'm like, after everything, got some slick shit to say. Like, I ain't trying to hear that.
That really hurt my feelings.
I'm like, damn, every day you got some slick shit. No matter what I do, you got some sly shit to say. I'm like, you really meant that. And no matter how much they say, you just being soft. Like, nah, deep down they really be meaning that. And my toxic trait is, I don't communicate well all the time. Like, I really will just go. If I just get off work, somebody hit me up like, hey, let's go hoop. I'm going to go hoop. Now, I might not say nothing. I might go hoop for 3 hours, disappear, and she like, what you doing? What you doing? I'm like, my fault.
Toxic it is.
Don't know a couple forward. That's it. What about you? Codeine?
Okay, a toxic trait that I do is I'll get mad as hell and then calm down and kind of act like, why you still tripping on that shit? I'll get mad, cause the situation like, bro, I just can't deal with this. And then I'll calm down and be like, you still mad about that stuff we was talking about 20 minutes ago? You got to calm yourself down. Like, I can't deal with that. That's kind of toxic. I'll admit to that.
I hate when girls do that. To be honest, not girls. I can't say that.
How can you say that?
Like Kenzie said, girls are super sensitive. They cry babies, but they want to talk shit.
They want to talk,
and it's like you can't take this heat. You know what I'm saying? When I bring it back to you,
can't take the comeback.
You gonna cry? Like, come on,
man.
Right.
And I also just want to add that we all love women and we all appreciate what women bring to the table, but we not letting that accountability go. So, and we off that little wine today, so we're gonna let y'all have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got juice in my cup.
Y'all gotta listen to this. The second Twitter moment we have is from another woman. She tweeted, "It's literally 24 hours in a day, and you trying to see me at night. Please go to hell for real."
Hey, duh.
Laughy face.
9 o'clock.
So I'll start off with my opinion on the why are you trying to see me at night situation. A lot of people work throughout the day, so it's just obvious that you're more inclined to invite people out at night. B, I always feel like if you are not the person that has the resources, you should completely go along the plan. I would never, if a girl was saying, "Hey, I'm finna take you out, I got you on the meal," if she say we got breakfast at 6 a.m., I'm like, I might be able to get up early. If it's 12:30, I'm like, I might see if I'm open that day. Like, I wouldn't be like, wow, like, you must think I'm a slut. Like, you try and hit me up at 8 o'clock? All right, yeah, I get it. Like, no, it's just too, like, it's unnecessary to me. And then C, there's obvious reason why, because at night it's a little more romantic. It increases the chance. The vibe is already a little more close. Yeah, it's a little more close to a sensual vibe. 3 o'clock, you get in there. It's not whining.
They coming in sweaty.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're coming in stressed from traffic jams. It's not the vibe you want to get right into.
It got the chances to be more goofy.
Yeah, that's more of a.
What?
It's already buddy vibes just coming because there's so much sun. It's so much like it's not the sexual tension like the nighttime light. So it's just obvious reason. Yeah, it's not like you're getting disrespected. Now you are being disrespected, but they're always hitting you up at midnight. But just purely night,
if you're the last
that's
move,
different. Now midnight is different, but night it's like 7, 8, 9.
You're right about that.
If you get hit up only at midnight and beyond, just know your name in that group chat. They know about you.
Yeah.
And you might be the last option. Like, fuck, and ain't no more moves. All right, y'all.
You're ugly and your name in that group chat.
What you up to?
Mine, I don't. I completely disagree. Just like Cody said, people work during the day. We're in working class. We work hard. Work damn near 6 days a week. So what makes you think I'm finna hit you up at like noon? Like brunch just got cool. I don't want to go to brunch. I don't want to go see a movie at 2 o'clock. What do you want? You want to go eat dinner at what time? Like 8 o'clock and later. It's like we gonna link up. If you got a problem with that, like I understand. Like he said, I completely agree with Cody. Actually, like he said, if we linking up at midnight, then I might trip. I might understand your trip. But if I say 10 o'clock, you trying to go see so and so, and you tripping like, why you only want to see me at night?
The vibe is right.
Alright,
I'm like, if you want to see me in the morning, like sponsor that invitation. Like, go ahead and make that plan happen. Don't be like, you need to create something for me at a more convenience. I'm like, now this has become like a mission. It's lost the romanticism.
In fact, you got too much time if you trying to link up at 2.
Right. I'm like, what's your job? What's your job shifts? Like, what's your schedule? I need to know what you got going on now.
I will add, a different perspective.
Perspective.
Okay, thank you. Back in my wheeling and dealing days, I would, if you look back on it, like the more important girls did get that daytime somehow. Even though we not looking at it like I'm trying to.
What time in the day? Not really than 5 o'clock.
I'm saying in sunlight type settings, like they might could get a little day escape type joint. You know what I'm saying?
And let me kick this to you. In your wheeling and dealing days, did they start in the day, or did they start at night and then once you said, "Oh, you a winner"? Now we're moving to daytime.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then you still gotta break through that. Once the day started is disrespectful.
They all earned their day spot. I'm not gonna say that it was just like, can we meet for the first time during the day?
Right.
So, you know, on that contrary, they did all start from somewhere, but I'm sure girls is complaining because they only got that one role. You know what I'm saying? And they might have a point. And, you know, we are a rare group of dudes in some senses. And some dudes really is like, I'm trying to go out as much as I can all day, and then I'm hitting up a chick. Like, you know, they don't even have that like, oh, she's kind of important to me. Let me try to do something.
But even then, dudes, if y'all get hit with that line, she don't really want you, man.
Kenzie, get on that.
She don't really want you.
Joe, get on that. I love that you said that.
If you hit a girl up at 9 o'clock and she's like, nigga, you only hit me up at night. I'm like,
you don't.
That's already a bad sign.
You don't love me.
Yeah.
You obviously don't care about me.
Technically, her 9 o'clock slot already filled with another dude. That's all that is.
It's a tester, dude.
Or what it is she just doesn't see you in a sexual light, and if she doesn't,
that's what it is, Joe.
I'm not saying that that's just all bad, but it's like this kind of kills what this could. You know, that kills what this could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that too. You know what I'm saying? If I need anything, I need that too.
Let me piggyback on what Joe's saying. I've often said that too. I'm like, the sexual energy is something that's just natural. For some women, they see me, him, whatever the guy may be, and they're like, that guy, yeah, it can happen. There's nothing I can do to create that energy. That comes off just what you naturally feel. If you don't got it, I don't want to be in the gym working out for this team. I don't want to play on your ball club because you obviously don't have the right role for me. I'm not trying out for the buddy. Hey, let's text. Like, if you don't want to see me at night, cool. Like, we need to go ahead and send emails and work on homework assignments or something. We don't need to be. I don't need to invest no time. You need to go hang out with the guy that you feel like, man, I feel pretty comfortable hanging with him at night. Otherwise, I'm like, yo, let me moonwalk out of this situation.
Like I said, if she trip on you because you trying to link up at 10,
you're
9
not that
o'clock,
guy.
you're not that guy.
You're not that guy.
She just trying to get a quick lunch out of you for free.
And it all just depends on what you're trying to do. You know, if you're trying to, you know, let's go out to eat or let's go out to, like that. It depends on the activity. If the activity, even if it is go out to eat, hell, I still want to do that at night. But if the activity is just chill in bed, cuddle, you know what I'm saying, like watch movies or whatever, like I want to do that at night. That's better.
Fellas, don't be out here getting used, man.
And I also want to add, there is a select group of girls who's hitting you up later than you, like you would want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that kind of goes untalked about, really. But
yeah, every guy will end up being a girl's last second move.
Right. We're not complaining like, where's the respect?
The only thing is that we take it as like, lucky day. This is a day. It's like for us. It's like, hey, I was just like playing 2K. I was about to go take a nap. I ain't tapped out on this day. I thought this day was done.
Hey, Cody, I am up.
Like, I had a whole bunch of bottles right here.
Hey, third round draft pick. You got the call up from the G League. You happy? You like shit? I take.
She's like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm just with my friends, counting our money, eating wings, drinking. Why?
Why?
I'm like, why? Are you and your friends
washing my belly? It's good.
Hey,
it was good.
We all done seen that text of like, please don't fall asleep.
And really be asleep.
It'd be 4:45. You like,
I'm trying.
You looking at the. Are you still coming?
I didn't say it.
I didn't clean the house
at that point. My years in college, at that point, it's just like the door.
The funny thing is that they'll come dumb late. You almost like you know they came late if you like mad like get in bed. Like get in the bed. I can't believe you came this time.
I gotta go ahead and roll another one.
I got work in the morning. You do this dumb shit.
But we gonna stay up.
But depending on how bad you want her, you just switch on your whole attitude. Like, what you do? How's your day? Good.
You better have fun.
I'm like, so the party was lit. I'm like, what did y'all get after it? Like, y'all want to go get food? No. All right, let's get to the next thing. Next topic.
Oh.
What do girls think men want that we actually dislike or not care for? I'm gonna let you lead that one off, Joe.
That's a toughie.
That's
tough. You got to pass me that tissue. I'm getting a little sweaty. This wine got me toasted.
You want that? You want that first? Get that.
All right, let's take a 5-second pause and really just take it in. Take a sip.
Passing.
We gotta get Jeff You Betcha right.
My cup, bro. What'd you do with my
This nigga call me Jeff, you betcha.
The funniest.
Oh, that's that.
The news guy from.
Oh yeah.
Anybody remembers if Jeff, you betcha was a star?
That's really a good ass joke. Like it took a while to set in.
Jeff, you betcha was a star.
Let me
Check you, bitch.
get that.
I think he killed it.
Nah, I didn't. I ain't kill it. I share. If y'all ain't know.
We're gonna get that.
Go ahead and say. I mean, kids, go ahead and say your part, bro.
One thing girls think you like.
This nigga saved the draw.
It's gonna get you. That's a shot right there.
He saved you, cat. Like, appreciate it.
Let me reread this. What things do girls think men want that we actually dislike or not care for? It's just a case by case thing. I don't want you talking to my friends. I don't care for you talking to my mother without being present. There's a lot of little.
Elaborate on that. Tell us why you don't like that. Tell us.
I don't really care for that. Man. I'm not in that. Like, I mean, I really want my mom to like you. I'm like, if your mom don't like me, you might as well leave me now. Deal with it.
So okay, wait. If somebody was like, I ain't fucking with that old bit, like talking about your mom and you,
that's different. If you come in hating my mother, I'm like,
okay, I'm saying, but if your mom don't like the girl, then are you like the type to go
encouraging
against?
her to build that relationship?
It's her reasons. If my mother has great reasons, my mom like, Kenzie, I know girls like that. She might be a hoe. I'm like, that's fair.
You got that?
No, I'm saying.
No, I've never.
What if your mom was like, oh, she's just not really reaching out to me. I don't know if she likes me. I don't know if I like that.
If she saying
That's
stuff
not
like
gonna
that,
He said, I don't know.
about to say,
In that case,
Hell no.
stuff like that, I don't care. I'm like, oh, mom, she don't need to talk to you. You good? Go on somewhere. But other than that, like, don't ever hit me with that. Like, I hate that. Don't hit me with no. Hey, mom, it's really important that my mom likes you, because if she doesn't like you, then what? What you gonna do? Your mama don't like me. You gonna leave me for what? I'm not into that. I'm not really care for it, but I'm not going out my way to be like, see your mom and be like, get her old ass out there. I ain't on that. I'm gonna chop it. I'm gonna talk to you, mom.
I got one for starters. I don't know if girls think we like this, but the baby voice should.
Not the one from TikTok. The one from TikTok is horrible.
The baby voice.
Bitch would be like, I don't think that's very common. I don't think that's common, but on TikTok, it's like, my boyfriend. It's stupid.
I don't know if I've ever seen that video.
I just wanted them to do it. They use their voices.
I really like that one, babe.
Joe?
No, I want you to go next.
I think one simple one is abs.
Man, see, I knew he was gonna say one I like.
Cody said,
Oh,
said, don't be too in shape. Just
abs,
enough.
abs is the one that I know for a fact. Like, I could tell you 70% of guys probably like, oh.
That makes me think of Kelly's stomach from
the game. Like, Kelly was fit. She could. Hey,
Yeah, like when you look like you can take a punch to the gut, like just stand still, like, oh, like it's like,
God, hey,
I know she could take a good uppercut.
I'm disagreeing. I don't mind, not too much. There's too much, but
yeah, you seem
I don't
like,
mind that.
you seem like you might like a little bit of that decathlon shit.
So are you saying like 4-pack and lower, or you don't mind the V?
I don't mind. No,
The
pack.
V is cool. The that 4, 8. Like when it really looks like little bullets are in your stomach, little cubicles. It's tough. To me, I don't know if I really care for you trying to prove to me your strength. It's not really like a desirable trait. To me, what I think girls get like, oh, men can't take a strong one. Like, it's not that. It's just like, I don't really need that in our relationship. Like, what point do I need you to be like, I gotta put my foot down. I'm like,
There's one point.
No headstrong, strong woman for himself.
There's one point. There's one point.
I want this guy. He's
If your order is messed up, you want somebody who's win.
You gonna fix it?
Okay, that's
Get him to fix
true.
that?
I do like that, but other than that, I'm like, I actually need you to be understanding. I need us to be able to like debate interesting like topics, but I don't necessarily need you to be trying to prove strength. And I don't think I even necessarily need to try to prove strength to you. And I'm the man, so I'm like, it really doesn't make sense in that perspective for me to feel like you need to be proved. That doesn't make me feel like, oh man, she's so attractive. And I think that actually misleads a lot of women. Like nothing you're gonna do, even in your career, is going to, I think, entice a large amount of men. Like it doesn't make you be like, oh shit, she a CEO. It's just like, good job. Like, but I actually want to see how you talk, how nice you are. The reason I say that is because when you go to college and you're around college-educated women, you realize if there's a room full of, you would say, hey, I want a woman who does these ambitious things and stuff like that, who's strong. But if you have a room full of women who do these things, now you're like, all right, back to the basics. Who's nice? Who's funny? Who's cool? Like who got good music taste? You don't pick a girl just because she stands in the top of the room. Like I'm the strongest of these bitches.
And that go for
like,
both genders too. Like you could be so successful with none of the basics.
Right?
If you got no personality,
if you're in a room full of successful men, then it goes back to the basics. All right, who's funny? Who's charismatic? Who's tall? Who got nice hair? Like
So with me, Cody, it would be I have to think. I don't know if every guy. This is definitely for me though. I don't like too much shit talking, and I know,
You think girls think you like their shit?
I think they like roast. I like the girls I deal with, like that I've dealt with. that I've dealt with. They like they'll roast and everything, and that's cool to an extent. But I don't even like to play fighting that much. I really don't like that.
I thought you loved that.
You know what?
I don't.
You know what? Let me chime in.
I don't really do that. Like I don't like all that. Don't hit me because it. Don't hit me, bro. I don't like none of that. I don't like too much roasting. Like it may be something like, okay, this is like an example. Like, y'all playing football today? Like, I know Joe don't play football. Oh my god, look how tall he is. Like, I don't like too much of that. I don't like too much.
I don't know if I said that, but I don't care for my girls to try to like be friends with my friends. I'm straight on that.
Yeah,
if they tried to clown you in front of your friends or something.
Yeah, just any of that.
Yeah, like they love it. Like kids get around. Oh, let's talk shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, come on.
I'm not even talking about it. I'm just talking about like, yeah, Vontae and them finna go to the gym and you going with them. I'm like, why you know that before me? Like I don't like that. Don't be doing that, bro.
Kinsey don't like a girl that's tapped in. I don't like a girl that's challenged. Just like Joe said, they be giving you the hard juggernaut jokes, and then they expect you to handle that. Like you sensitive, you too sensitive. I cannot deal with it. I'm like, I'm not sensitive. You are mean. I hate it.
You see how it'll turn into hell real quick. Because you can't go back and forth with them like you can with, like, if we talking, we can go back and forth. We can't go back and forth with a girl. Like,
they know, and
get your book, nigga.
They know that there's a certain rule that's like, if you get too down and dirty with me, I can always pop the, you supposed to be a man. Like, what kind of man is you?
That's that other.
They got that in their back pocket.
That goes deeper, but that's so real. That is so real.
They keep that in their back pocket. Like,
Joe, the funniest thing is that remind me of Don and Nisha. You a dude, though. What do you do?
That's what I'm saying.
They be like,
You gonna go back and forth with a girl?
they're like, you funny as hell. You funny as hell. Gay. You lame as hell. You really acting soft. We like, what you talking about?
You going back and forth with a female? What kind of man are you?
Yeah, I'm
like, man,
that's it. I don't understand why you going there with that. But
I go back to what I said. That shit talking. I don't like too much of it. I just hate just slick stuff like, hey, I'm finna go hoop. Like always. I'm like, alright.
and I don't want y'all to think we just super sensitive. Like, we gonna joke, you know what I'm saying? I joke on my girl, like, she'll joke, like, that's cool, but too much of it is all I'm saying. Like, too much of it's not good.
They build up a pressure that they can't take when it gets released.
They definitely can't.
It's like they don't be knowing your pressure point. They don't know at all. They gonna hit. They gonna hit all of those.
I just don't like when you hit them back. They be like, "What's wrong with you?" Like you take shit.
Always.
You take it to the heart too. I'm like,
always.
And I hate when they compare when you speak on it or when you communicate on it, they compare you to their past dudes, I'm like, these dudes that you was kicking it with were just mindless guys who was just smashing.
Explain.
That's back to a pet peeve.
Oftentimes,
don't ever compare me to your last relationship because it obviously ain't work.
But oftentimes when you have a girl or a woman, I say woman, who is like hardened, and she says very insensitive things. She has no tact. She has no kindness of words. It's because the last dude or dudes she's interacted and entertained are dudes who I consider low maintenance. A lot of dudes, if you allow me to chill with you, I could kiss you at the end of the night, I could smash. I really don't care how you talking. Like, they could be like, oh, this nigga dumbass, shut your dumb ass up. Get out of here, Trey, you so crazy. Like, shut up. I'm like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Like, come here for a second. I need to talk.
That's so real. I done had girls tell me,
I really don't like the way you was referring to me. Like, I really don't like the way you don't do that again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna speak on it, and I'm gonna text you a little paragraph with indentations and everything.
That's what I'm saying. I done had girls tell me that, like,
MLA 4.
Joe, you accept so much, like more than my other past guys would accept. I'm like, well, it's because I like our situation. Like, I'm not really tripping on it. Like,
it's a different side of Joe.
Like, Joe just tapped in on something, and this is something that all women need to get. This needs to be on the preview clip. People need to know this. When a guy does not challenge your behavior, or when a girl doesn't challenge your behavior, it's a telltale sign you are not going to be one of the finalists who gets cuffed. I don't have to comment on. Listen, and a lot of girls don't know this. Even like, all my other dudes is cool. Like,
they think they perfect.
I'm like, these dudes is not cuffing. Like, when you're not getting cuffed, when you're with an experienced person who dates, it's like, all right. Some dudes or girls, they don't argue you. They don't send a text.
Y'all not going past
right. They just
right there.
They just be like, cool.
Stagnant.
You can be the guy who she just smashes, but she's like, I can never kick it with this guy. He's an idiot. Or you might be the girl that he just hits up. He's like, oh, I would never kick it with her. She's a hoe. Or she's just loud.
My problem is when I like looking at a girl pass, because I'm like, I know this dude. He kind of airhead, and the way you trying to portray yourself to me is crazy.
Oh,
like you was in love with him. I'm like, he's kind of dumb.
That's what I'm saying, Cole. I don't think girls do that as much as dudes. Like, you was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's an airhead. Like, I could never. I think they more so be like, nah, make this work. Like, like dudes will do that. Like,
at least he work hard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they'll just try to like accommodate. They'll just try to make it work.
Once they pick a dude they like, it's like, I don't know. It's easier for them, I feel like, to see it working as long as he's entertaining the idea of it working. Whereas I feel like with in my past of dating, I'm like, I am super aware and super critical of the little flaws. I'm like, I don't think we can get past this. Like, you are a goofball. Like, I truly don't understand how we could ever make that work. But I think sometimes they see it as like, he comes, he texts me, he hangs out with me, like, that's pretty much like you beating a lot of my other opponents. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
at least he cares.
What? Right. It's like, if you don't know as a girl, like, I could see how that could, I could understand how you would get confused on that, but nah, if he ain't complaining a little bit, like, he ain't critiquing nothing, like, something is...
Or this a dude you don't even want to last. He ain't got no backbone. He just letting you slide with whatever you like.
Right, you'll get bored with that. Like, you need some of those challenges or something.
Make me mad or something. Like, argue with me or something.
But I want to reverse this question. So what is something that y'all thought girls were like, and it turned out like, damn, they don't really like this, and I thought they did. Is there anything that y'all can pick out with that?
Okay, I'll start this one off. It's like, I'm not trying to flex like I got money, I gotta do this, but they don't really enjoy having a working class dude. They don't really enjoy that. If you go out there and trying to like, hey, I'm trying to work 6 days a week today so I can have a fat check, they gonna flex on Twitter like my man got money, but in reality they like, all you do is work. And like, no matter what you do,
they time over anything.
All you do is, yeah, they rather you be broke.
You want that time over anything.
To piggyback what Kenzie said, I think what's interesting for a lot of dudes that you'll find out like later high school, college, as a young man, is that even women who I say could come from positive upbringings, 2-parent households, go to college, they have a affinity, a sexual tension for people who are living an illegal lifestyle, who get money quick. Because when you get money quick, you live wild, you live spontaneous. They just rolling on gas, getting bottles, buying you $1,000 fits. This man not gonna have money for rent next month. He not thinking full. You know what I'm saying? He may get arrested this weekend. Like, it's a little bit of attraction to to that wild stuff. Like they just want. I don't know if they always are aware of the sacrifice it takes to get your pockets right.
Yeah, girls don't like longevity like they think, because what comes with longevity is not the way Twitter couples is getting money. Like dudes be posting like, I bought my baby a car. I'm like, y'all 21, you bought her a car?
They don't tell you.
I'm like, yes.
They don't tell you a dude doing some wild. Like I don't praise that. I'm like that's to me. People don't understand like that's bad for the culture when you are you praising a certain lifestyle that isn't good for the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have women who praise fast money, the message you have to give men is, hey, you know, stay on the straight and narrow. Don't let that influence you. But in reality, you know it is going to influence you. You know when young dudes see, hey, all the girls like this type of guy, or they're attracted to this type of guy, it influences dudes to be like, I want to engage in that type of lifestyle, or I want to dress like that, or I want to move or think like that. And I'm like, it's just unsustainable. You can't create nothing with that type of lifestyle. You have to be prepared as a woman. Like, if I want this amount of dates, I want this amount of resources to come from my man, I have to expect this amount of less time, or this amount of tiredness or fatigue, or et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's just something that a lot of dudes assume money's gonna come like with short, reasonable schedules, but really it takes a lot of hard work. So I think they're not prepared for the reaction they're gonna get from their partner a lot of times.
Hey, I feel like we great representation. It's the best you're gonna get outside of non-scamming, drug dealing, and non-lead dudes. Like, hey, this where it's at.
Working,
we the blueprint. We just working. We might flex a little. You might be confused, but nah, we out there working 40, 50 hours a week, getting money.
Right.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Do you got anything, Joe? You can think of?
What you think girls like? What you found out?
Joe's like, shit, they love everything I do.
I would think, to my surprise, I would think they would appreciate my my full taste of music, but they don't.
Oh, Joe, that was really gonna be my shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I like a lot of different music. I feel like they would appreciate it more. They like, cut that shit off.
Like,
That do hurt my feelings.
that hurt my feelings. I'll be like,
you ain't got no little keys in here?
yeah, I'll be like, damn, like, open up your mind, like, shit.
What you be playing that they not enjoying?
Cause you know, I listen to gospel music. I listen to R&B music.
Oh, so you
I
like?
listen to pop. I listen to reggae.
Joe would shock y'all with some Hispanic, with some
Hispanic
Bad Bunny
music. Yes,
Don't
Bad
know
Bunny.
a damn word. Just
You know what I'm saying? I'm listening
Wow.
to Burna Boy. I'm listening to Burna Boy. Like, I'll mix it up with that. You know what I'm saying? Then old school rap, they don't give a damn.
Now I want to
No
tell
old
the girls
school
like I
rap.
agree with y'all. Half the stuff Joe named, I'm not listening to.
I'm listening to Master P. Old school, I got different, like, but they don't
like
appreciate that.
that.
I think I appreciate that. They don't appreciate that.
Yeah, I remember like my first interactions with a lot of females. Sometimes I'd be like, trap music playlist.
Hey, you're in the
Hey, just to be safe, like, hey, I sit back and like, you like, alright.
I let one come. I'm like, shuffle. I don't know how that
I
got
feel
there.
like everybody got one mainstream playlist. Like, if you don't like nothing on here, you just a creep.
Because even if they don't like, the thing with trap is that even if they don't like it, they accept it as like that's what men are supposed to be listening to. So it's like,
He's cool.
you go and
Exactly.
you
That's
go and
so
you play
true.
some old school, some weird music, Soul Child, something like that.
I'm like, are you one of them smart niggas?
I love it.
What's wrong with you? He's soft. He's
Right.
soft.
He not
My
even
brother-
touching me.
No, my brother, he really does that. Like, he has the confidence like no other. Cody will play Faith Evans like.
Yeah, hey, in
And
the
he just-
kickback.
yeah, in the kickback, like, he does
Yeah,
not
he'll hop
care.
on the ox and be like, hold on, let me run this real
I'm
quick.
like, where is the DJ at?
He has confidence.
You gotta go
I'm
find
like,
Cody.
okay, yeah.
My thing is I like to put pressure and I like to expose like which are the women of class, the women of quality, because it's going to put pressure on them, and then you will quickly see the joy and the few stars in the room. They're like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted to hear.
No,
Thank you.
it don't
It's
be
so
that
hype.
way. It don't be
No,
that
no.
way. Hey,
There's positive responses, and they always think this
She got
negative.
glasses in the back. She got glasses.
All the fine girls is like, bruh, play that damn.
Who's
uh,
mad?
Yeah, play that. But
No,
it's
back to what Joe said. Don't it hurt your
I'm like-
feelings? You ever been on the ox in the kickback? You play something, you like, yeah, this gonna get him, and it don't get him. You be like, I don't know who on the ox. Tell that nigga.
I ride
You
through
just
that.
wanted to run away. Like,
Hey, Cody is confrontational. He's like, yeah, I'm on it. You gonna get on it? What?
Yeah, I am.
Hey, that is exclusive, bro. Cody told me that. If you tell somebody you on the ox, they like, you good, bro.
No, they never want to get on the
Nobody
ox because
wanna
they
get on
just
the
want to
ox.
play a song.
Let's get into
They
it.
never
Let's dig
wanna
into
get
it.
on the ox.
You have to force people to really either give you the ball or take the rock. And I'll give you this: a couple of times people will take the rock. Oftentimes, what you will find is that people have 8 songs. 8 songs.
Yeah.
That shit is 16 minutes.
For the whole night.
16 minutes, and they like, oh shit, I'm back at the top of my list, or I'm at 2017 Fetty Wap tracks. They don't have a playlist for a whole party. So I'm like, look, I set this up. I know what I'm doing. Like I know that people need to take a break from twerking to get the sweat off them. I know dudes is rolling in the back. Let's play a little something for them to bob their heads to. It's like a real DJ. A real DJ doesn't play straight hits 4 hours straight. Girls be doing that. You know why they doing that? Because they about to go to 4 kickbacks tonight. So they want to go and ruin your party by running through the hits and then dipping out, going to someone else's party, running through the hits. I'm like, look, you're not going to get peeked out at my party. Like, I'm going to stay here the whole night. I got to make sure we're going to get a little old school. We're going to go a little slow, a little hot. Then we're going to turn it up around 12. Like, don't let them control the pace if they not really committing to the part. I learned that quick because girls will have you switching up the whole song for 2 girls to do like a slow line for 15 seconds. They ain't even gonna dance.
Then they at the next party.
Like, you're not even gonna dance for real? Like, you just made me switch up my whole, like, no.
That ox is hard. That's a hard
Ox is tough.
responsibility.
Car rides, kickbacks.
Cody really made kickback throwing like a science kind of sort of and everything.
Yeah, he constructed.
He has a shut down the kickback playlist. We shutting this shit down.
If it start getting full, it would be a kickback. Or these college dorms, they not supposed to really be like housing that many people. So it'd be like 60 people. Like, that's a big kickback. You guys start dying it down. People want to stay to like 2:30. Dudes don't be on their 1990s, 2000s wave no more. They're like, hey, how you doing? Like, can I get your number? They really trying to they game plan is wait till the end of the party and just wait till girls is tired and just at they drunk is like, hey, what's your name? Like, no, bruh. If you didn't have no heart to say nothing, it's your time is up. Cause I'm about to start playing soon as and once you start hearing that music, people are like, yeah, it's time for us to get out of here. And then once that party dies down and gets the numbers back to a more personable, now let's get back into it. Now it's a little after party. Everybody likes that vibe. And it's like, when it's 60 people at 2 o'clock, it's like, you might as well just email the police. Like, come here real quick. Can y'all come here, please?
Levante said Cody, and now Joe has that kickback stuff to a science.
Joe is like,
I literally shut down the kickback in our apartment. I'm like, bro, y'all gotta go now. And then I get in bed. I start hearing some rumbling. I'm like, I go back outside. There's 20 more people. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Go home, bro.
Because the first kickback is for anybody who got the whiff of it. It could be randoms. The second one is like, these are my people, and I'm gonna have a good time.
It's funny. A lot of people really be knowing like, this ain't the only one. And so like a crowd of people started to catch on to like the second kickback wave. Like,
Yeah, to come back or to stay.
just hang back. Y'all go,
I started getting in my pajamas like, what y'all doing?
No matter
what y'all
what,
here for?
no matter what, they gonna start at our place. They gonna leave and they gonna come right. They always come right.
Because they need a snack. When you drinking, you need a snack. Usually they gotta go get something to eat or something like that, so they'll come back. But yeah, we would probably need to bring this in because I see Harlow in the corner. He's over there.
He's ready to tag it in.
Harlow looking over there like beans.
Beans, yeah. A lot of y'all don't know what beans is.
Oh, I also want to comment, like, Joe, I love what you've been bringing to the table. That banana silk shirt was lovely, man. You're doing great things, man.
Yeah, you increasing the size.
The only thing I gotta say is people was on you about your shoes. I'm like, nigga, we were a size 13. What do you expect? What do you think the shoe was gonna look like? I'm like,
I like the boat shoes.
I didn't know people was
I didn't know that.
He said, I didn't know.
The shoe, I ain't gonna say who.
Kinsey just revealed it right now. Like,
I'm not gonna reveal who it was.
niggas is on you, bro.
Just know, folk was on you about the shoes, and I had to defend that. I'm like, bro, I'm a tall, skinny dude too. Like a size 13 gonna look like that. What you thought?
13, 14s over
13, we got men feet. We wear men's sizes. I'm sorry. Designer wearing boys.
A lot of people was on my head. They said Lake Lanier.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
I was like, I had no fears.
You don't
He's
care
like, don't worry
about life.
about that.
I had no fears. Like my caption should have been,
No
I
fear.
fear nothing but God.
Shut your
Because I was so comfortable.
finna turn some for atheists. They like, alright, that's what you on. I'm off it.
Hella people was there too. It was Labor Day.
Was y'all like really at the helm of it, like running it, or you was just there?
No, I was on the yacht, so I mean, I saw like there was like a couple yachts beside, like one to the right, one to the left, and they was lit too. Like,
So it was a movie. You'll do it again?
yeah, I mean, it costs a lot of money, but if I, if I got a group effort, yeah, we could do that. Like a Swank yacht party.
We could do a yacht party. It's gonna be
That would be grown and sexy.
It's gonna
for
be
real.
at Lake Allatoona though. We not going to Lake.
Park that motherfucker on Tanner
Yeah,
Beach.
It's gonna be a tank.
Lake Allatoona yacht party.
It's gonna be
That
a
shit would be.
St. Simon's Island.
I could rock with Altoona.
It's gonna be Lake Allatoona. It's gonna be Savannah. It's gonna be anywhere but Lake Lanier. Chattahoochee
Actually,
River.
not Lake Allatoona because me and Kenzie don't got good memories of Allatoona.
I wanna speak
Like,
on that.
hey, that's
They
not
left that in
even.
2015.
Yeah, look.
2014, 2015.
These guys talking
Do
about
tell.
basketball.
They didn't give us hell like that name. Like,
In case y'all didn't know, they're talking about basketball, nothing serious.
Disrespecting us.
Did y'all get put in the room or anything?
Heavens no. But look,
as a team, we did.
all I'm gonna say is Allatoona 2015. It was not supposed to win. We went in triple overtime, and me, Joe, and Kane fouled out. So
These
it
niggas
was-
reminiscing.
Hang up the sneaks.
Yeah, they're reminiscing about
Yo.
we deserve that. We
It was
deserved that chip
heartbreaking.
back in the day.
That's supposed to be the first region championship, but we didn't get it. Shout out to Kane, they went and stole it. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be us, but shout out to
I'm glad they won.
2017.
Kane's
Glad
off at
somebody
boarding
did it.
school right now, so we shout out to him.
Kane right up the road.
All right. Well, yeah, that's a good part to, I guess, bring this to an end. I want to tell everybody to make sure that you guys are following us on the Apple Podcast. Make sure you rate us 5 stars, leave a comment, subscribe, as well as on YouTube.
We
On the Twitter
need it.
page is Perspective Jun 1, Perspective Jun 1, and then the Instagram is Perspective Junkies Podcast. I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Follow that.
Peace.
Peace.